Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. We're going to actually do something I don't recommend, and I'm going to do the Admiralty backing and to go ahead and get the Z-44 and take a look at it for you guys right away. So we are going to take and compare this without commanders, just base, because everybody might do a different commander. I'll show you what commander I'll use later. But for right now, we're going to compare it to the Tier 8 Destroyer to give it a pretty good reference. This is the Tech Tree Tier 8, as you can see here. Pretty standard stuff here. And we will go ahead and take a look at the new Z-44. So real quick, you're going to notice a few things. This one is definitely more torpedo based. It has more health, which is actually very interesting. It has one less 128 millimeter gun as well, but the stats are very similar on them. Outside of the turn time, this has a lot slower turn time, and there is more torpedoes on this that are slightly quicker with some really insane range. 12-kilometer range is pretty crazy. The AA is worse on this than the Tech Tree Tier 8, but the concealment is slightly better, and I do believe that is because it starts with a good camouflage. So we're going to take a look here, and then I'm going to put a commander on it. I'm assuming Bay, and then I will bring you back, folks. So here is the commander build that I am using for it. I am actually using Bay. This is just a Geist over it with inspirations of Sidechain and Swarzisky to get the detectability down, especially being with a torpedo boat build as this is. It's going to be pretty balanced, I feel. But with that being said, definitely a little bit more on balance in the twist and track. Sometimes I do perception, but with this one, I definitely want twist and track to get that turret traverse better for this build. And let's go ahead and take a look at the ship now. We'll put some upgrades on it. I am, in fact, normally a big fan of the main battery traverse on slower ships like this, slower destroyers. And in fact, you could go with aiming systems mod 1. I'm going to go with battery mod 2 for the second one. I'm going to go with rudder shift. Now these two, either one of these for people looking for a build are going to be pretty equal depending on your play style. I'm normally moving pretty fast, normally in a standard PvP match. So I want the rudder shift to dodge torpedoes. If you're a person that is more sits in smoke screen and stuff like that, you may want the propulsion mod 2. So we're gonna go with that for the for our third modification. We're definitely going with concealment. Don't think there's any choice there. And I feel like on this one, you could go with either one of these two middle ones. I think because this has already got a pretty good reload time, and we're going to rely on it and not get seen much. If I do shoot, I'll probably be in smoke. So my theory is I'm actually going to go with this one. Even though it does give you the additional risk of your torpedoes launchers being incapacitated, that reload time will be good. And the most of the time when we're going to be shooting in this, hopefully we're not going to be seen. So that's the mod I'm going to choose there. So with that being said, now let's go ahead and take a look at it. And you can see that turn time, we got it down so much better where we can use the guns. I feel now it's 14 seconds instead of, I believe it was 20. Everything else on the guns pretty much stayed relatively the same. Let's go ahead and take a look at the torpedoes now. There is some extra damage, some extra speed, and that reload time at just over a minute and 12 seconds is really solid for having 10 torpedoes. That's pretty incredible. Let's see what we got. Concealment down 4.9. That is a very good concealment at tier 8, guys. So, for everybody, to make this video shorter, I am just going to do a IAI match instead of dragging this to be out a 30-minute video for something you guys don't need to see. But I'm going to try to use the guns and the torpedoes in the AI battle so you guys can see them in use. Obviously, this is more of a torpedo boat, but with the guns that it does have, it is definitely something you can go around a gunboat if you want to do that build. But I really feel like I'm going to like this ship. And after the match, I will tell you guys what I do think of the ship here, folks. So the one thing worth noting with this ship, that's not my normal play style. That's how I play AI. And it kind of gave me a chance to use all the assets of the ship. The one thing I feel with this ship is I really like it. I actually do, just off a first glance. Just chucking torpedoes out there. Smoke screen's not bad. It's a normal German smoke screen. The one thing I will say that is kind of a minus about this is the fact of you do not have the German hydro sonar, which honestly, I feel like that with it would be way too powerful because the guns are actually respectable on this thing. They are not as bad as I thought they were going to be. They are pretty good. So you could use this like a gunboat with good torps, or you could use it with as a torpedo boat with good guns. On my opinion, I'm not normally big on, I don't get normally hyped up on premium ships, but to me, this is a very good premium ship. I really like it. Even play with it once. Obviously, it's not the play style I use in standard. I'll probably play it more like the regular Germans, honestly. I probably will be a little bit more aggressive with it, especially having them torpedoes to reload that quick. With that being said, though, I do really like this ship. It's probably my favorite campaign ship to come out all year. And I know that's saying a lot, but I feel like a lot of the other campaign ships have had kind of some flaws with them. But I feel like this one is probably my favorite one. I do enjoy this. Anyway, guys, Let me know what you think of what you see out of the ship down in the comments. I always love hearing about that. So anyway, guys, hopefully you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time, folks.